And I find myself going on there mostly looking for conversation from others, but it's been a lot harder recently to rein it in as far as keeping the content. I mean, at least somewhat uh, non-degrading. I mean, productive, helpful. Like you get a lot of people on there that don't want to actually have decent conversations. It's just always some, ugh, I don't know. So it's been lately. It's been harder to manage that. And I mean, you know me, like in the past at least, I was really big on that type of stuff.
Hey, and you still are. Look, no life stories. That's the rule. And everybody on TikTok, they just want to give their life story, man. And we just don't want to hear all that. We want people with ideas, something good to talk
Yeah.
about.
No life stories. That's like the one rule I have. And bro, people get mad when I cut them off. And the thing is somebody who's articulate and good at communicating, they can share a life story without boring the hell out of anybody, keeping it in the context of the conversation. So that is different.
It definitely is different. I think, yeah, if you like tell a story with a moral behind it or an idea, everything's fine with that. But listen, if it's just endless gossip telling me about your Aunt Susan, we don't want to hear that.
Dude, thank you. You know what? Hey, MK, right now that makes me feel really good hearing you say that because it's my biggest pet peeve on TikTok, yo.
Hey, that's actually a sign of high intelligence. Like, it's something like small minds talk about other people. Medium minds. I can't remember how it goes, but ultimately, we don't have time for the gossip. We want to talk about something substantive.
So let's kind of hone in on that because the way I see things, like seriously, bro, is when you do those things, you're hurting yourself, like literally, and you may not notice it, but you're like poisoning your mind. You're when you talk negative about others when they're not around, and it's just gossip. You're literally poisoning your mind. Your your character shows who you really are, and people that don't do that notice what type of person you are. It's like lying, right? When you lie, you create an illusion and it doesn't line up with reality. I'm not even talking about having to keep up with that lie, but it does something to the world, and it really, in the end, in my opinion, messes you up. And I think all these little things are what spirituality helps you with. If you're really digging into spirituality, these are the little things that make you feel like you're being a better person. At least it does for me.
That's a good point, and I think I agree because, yeah, in a way, it's kind of. I'm gonna put this in a bit of like a theological term, but it's kind of insulting to creation, like all of the things that are out there to be known and studied, and you kind of just reject those in the aims of, oh, I just want to talk about other people and like what made me upset about them. It's incredibly like it's small scale, it's short scope. There's plenty of things to talk about.
Dude, insulting to creation. That was like genius, bro. And I really actually believe that. Like, I think it truly is insulting to creation.
Yeah, I think
Mm.
that's the best way to put it. Because when someone adopts that mindset, Carl Jung, he was the psychoanalyst. There was he would analyze all these people in the modern world, and they had something called neuroticism. And I think essentially what neuroticism is like, despite the context of all the things bestowed to you or the gifts you have, you still have like a negative perspective. You can't really appreciate it, and I think that's a lot of the issues people are having. They like don't have the ability to appreciate the small things or other things, so they'd rather just talk about negative things. I don't know.
So is that why it's good to give thanks every day, like to appreciate the things you have, not worry about the things you don't?
Absolutely. I'll go on a personal note for a minute. I kind of struggle with like anxiety and the state of the world sometimes, but I realize one of the best ways to get around fear of what's going to happen in the future is gratitude.